What's up, everyone? My name's Saleem Juma, and today I'm going to be talking about my hashtag WalkAway experience. First off, I want to talk about how pleased I am to hear that there's an actual movement for this. For the longest time, I thought it was literally just me and Dave Rubin. So on a more serious note, I feel like a lot of people are actually closet conservatives, but for lack of a better term, they're in the closet about it. They're fearful to come out about being conservatives because the hate the intolerant left drops on them. A little background about me is I was a staunch liberal up until about a year or so ago. A little bit of background is I'm Muslim. I was born Muslim. I was born in the States. I'm also disabled. I have an ostomy bag attached to my stomach. There she is. And I had Crohn's disease, started showing symptoms at about 14, got diagnosed when I was 16, had surgery to remove my large intestine and everything under it, so about 80% of my digestive system, and multiple surgeries after that. And now I have a permanent ostomy bag. So as a disabled Muslim, a lot of people look at me and they're like, well, wait, hold on a second. You're supposed to be liberal. What's going on with this? And I kind of want to talk about how that's a stereotype in itself. It's really no different than stereotyping a white guy as a Trump supporter, a white redneck from Texas for being a Trump supporter just because of the color of his skin or the fact that he drives a pickup truck. And I've actually heard these stereotypes. I read something on Twitter about how all the conservative white women meet each other at something about mudding or something like that. It was rather silly. But the point about giving this kind of backstory about me is that it makes a little bit more sense when I go into my WalkAway experience. My best friend was a Republican and conservative. We've known each other since I was about 18, so about 7 years now. He would always try to swing me around his way of thinking, but, the media, it just keeps pushing, Trump is this big demon that's going to destroy the world and nuke everyone. And, I don't know, I kind of went along with it, but as I started to go on, I started to see more and more of this intolerant left, this lack of free opinion. I tried to watch, some Lauren Southern videos and some Tommy Lauren. I tried to watch, some Crowder videos. And at first I was really turned off because I'm Muslim, right? So the things they say about Islam, that's definitely not in my wheelhouse. But in all honesty, I feel a lot more, these days, I feel a lot more, kinship with Republicans and conservatives. Because I think, radical Islam is an enemy of all of us. As a Shia Muslim, radical ISIS fighters would actually slit my throat before they would slit, your average white Republican because they look at me as a race traitor. Shia Muslims are not well liked, especially, by Wahhabi Muslims that are typically the backbone of ISIS structures. Anyway, for me, the real WalkAway movement, though, my real walkaway moment was the hashtag #MeToo movement. I really do believe that it started off with good intentions. Unfortunately, I think it's turned into, for lack of a better term, a goddamn witch hunt. I actually see a lot of connections between it and McCarthyism of the 1950s. I remember learning that freshman year of high school, and I never thought I'd see anything like that. But I really do see the Me Too movement as something like it. I look at I look at the double standard of Asia Argento being accused by that 17-year-old singer, and because, he's a man and she's a woman, they're saying, oh, be gentle. What's her name? She's another leader in the Me Too movement. Let's be gentle and wait for the facts. But you've destroyed multiple men's careers without waiting for the facts. You usually don't bother waiting whatsoever. In any case, I think any accusation of sexual assault needs to be taken very seriously. But here's my problem. People are not waiting for the facts. They go and massacre people's careers without waiting for that. So it's just, I have a big problem with the whole guilty, and needing to be proved innocent. That's not how it's supposed to be. There are multiple colleges embroiled in lawsuits because of false rape allegations. Emma Sulkowicz, the mattress girl, she had 4 people come forward to accuse that Nungesser guy. And all of them dropped charges. And feminists to this day are still talking about how she did not get justice. That was a big killer for me. I saw that, and I continued to see it. I watched, and I'm like, this is not something I can agree with. I'm starting to kind of see some issues. I also started to see that the left was massively intolerant of any dissident opinions that did not match their own. Case in point is that Lindsay something or other girl that was on the Rubin Report. She showed a video of a Jordan Peterson lecture about trans people, and someone took offense to it, and basically the university was trying to discipline her for merely showing the video because someone got offended. I see Antifa consistently talking about how they want to blow people's cars up. I.N.E. Crowder's car, they wanted to firebomb it. They constantly talk about killing ICE agents and hurting Republicans. I've heard stories of Trump voters, the people with Trump bumper stickers, getting the shit kicked out of them for nothing other than being Trump voters. This is the massively intolerant left that I started to see. And as a liberal, I always considered myself liberal, but I wasn't really educated in politics. I was just kind of like, we're, as a disabled Muslim, we gotta stick with all the other oppressed groups, because if we don't stick together, then we're gonna get the shit kicked out of us by the white man. The white man isn't coming for us. He's really not. As a matter of fact, I would say that white people are actually consistently targeted in this country. In the Western countries in general, why is it okay to make fun of white people but not any of the other races? That doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to claim, that we shouldn't make fun of any races, then shouldn't white people be protected within that as well? Oh, inequality. Oh, it's okay to target. No, it's not. It's really not okay. I'm not even white, okay? My skin is brown. Now, I don't want to get into fucking identity politics here, but what I'm trying to say is that the important thing is I don't see equality right now. I see the left fighting to become superior than everyone else. I see them as trying to attack everybody that does not believe as they do, and I don't want to stand with a side like that. I'd say, that my biggest walkaway moments were the Me Too movement and the consistent attacks on free speech that the left makes. And I kind of transitioned into more of a libertarian for a little bit, and eventually I found myself as a conservative Republican at 25. That's really, what's the old phrase, if you're young and you're not a liberal, you have no heart, and if you're old and you're not a Republican, you have no money. At 25, I really never thought I would be a Republican, but the more thinking I did, the more literature and videos that I digested, I started to see, from the conservative point of view, and how that made a lot more sense to me. I've actually been accused, as I started posting, more conservative literature and videos, I've lost a good, just in the last couple months, I've lost a good 60 or 70 Facebook friends, and I'd say about 50, 60% I actually knew personally. People I'd actually known personally, that I had gone to events with, that I played sports with, that I'd even gone to high school with. And they were attacking me because of my opinions. Merely because I believed differently than they do. I actually had a girl from high school call me a wannabe Jeff Bezos because I didn't agree with the Amazon head tax for Seattle. She actually accused me of being an overprivileged elitist something, I didn't read all of it, to be honest. I just blocked her and moved on with my life because I don't want to deal with that. But basically, I'm seeing so much hate from the left, and it's just, it's really not a surprise to me that so many people are moving towards the conservative spectrum. I actually got so involved in it that I now run a political news show purely based on conservative politics. That's how deep I went into the rabbit hole. And I truly stand for those principles now. I really do believe in that. As I got more educated in politics, I see more things from the conservative point of view. But I also understand that there are multiple points of view, and it's okay to be a liberal and it's okay to be a conservative. But I really feel that the conservatives are a lot more all right with just saying, okay, you have your opinion, you do you, I'm gonna do me. I feel like liberals are like, you're a fucking Nazi and we're gonna kill you. And frankly, I don't think that's okay. So that's been my hashtag WalkAway experience, and I just figured out how to use this new webcam on another computer, and it's so much fun. That's why I'm doing the little light bulb thing. Anyway, point is, that is my experience with hashtag WalkAway, and I'm so happy there's a movement for this right now. So, thank you.